This is going to be Telsin's fog machine. So what is a fog machine good for? A fog machine is good for whenever you're trying to add depth in your scene, where there's video or photography. It just can add that atmosphere to give you a more cinematic or a creative look. Now, a fog machine is not for everyone. Everyone doesn't need a fog machine. Me personally, I don't use these fog machines as much as I thought I would, but if I'm on set and I need a hazy part, then yes, I will use it. Now, this thing has a few functions, which we're gonna go into it a little later on in the video. And we're gonna be doing some product shots. We've already done some images with Luna Kris. Oh my goodness, you know what? I can't even wait for the video. Let me show you this image that we shot with this Telsin Smoke Machine with Luna Kris. It is dope. So what we did first was we put a GVM 300C on a digital photo projector mount, put it as like a window light. Then we had a GVM 650 with a 48 Octobox by GODOX, and it was at 2700 Kelvin as a backlight to kind of mimic the sunset, and it was amazing. So we set this on the floor, and then we were able to just do the smoke, and it just turned out amazing.
Synchronize the steps if you want it. Was that right? Bounce to the rhythm if you know you gotta flow. Synchronize the steps if you wanna get low. Isn't it nice when the people go away? Only you and me and the rest they go astray. Say it to me so my body goes slow. Goosebumps on my face when you know you got a hold on me. Hold on me. Bounce to the rhythm, bounce to the rhythm. Never really know. Bounce to the rhythm, bounce to the rhythm.
All right, so I hope that you liked the video while we were at Luna Kris. This smoke machine is actually really cool. And the reason why I say that is, I have a few other smoke machines and they are great. But this one has that one feature that I didn't talk about while I was in the studio. It has a timer. So out of the whole smoke machine, this timer is so cool, and I'm gonna show you how to use it in just a second. But I mean, if you got the remote in your hand, you can actually set it from 5 all the way up past a minute. So this is, you're able to take this remote control off and have it, and you can set this somewhere else. They have a few different attachments, and then they have a light that's going to be right here in the center that's going to light up once it's on. So you turn it on with the little power button here, and you just hold it down. And then once the screen is displayed, you'll see the little white light right here light up. Now, before I get into all of that, the images that you've just seen in the video, we did a Don Julio little set, and then I shot a few food things where I used the steam, and then I also shot Luna Kris as a model and the chair shot. So I used the chair as the foreground, and then I had the smoke machine like right behind her, and then it was just going up. Right out the box, this thing was very easy. I didn't even read the instructions. I took it out yesterday and I was able to just go and use it. It was pretty much self-explanatory. This is a screw on here. Now, one thing I will say versus the other ones that I've seen, the other ones don't get as hot. Like I have a PMI don't get as hot. So when you're screwing this top on, you don't want to over tighten it. So just hand tighten it to where you just feel it snug, and that is it. And then from that point, this part screws on the top, and then it just screws in just like so you don't move it. And then you can start adding all the different attachments that you are needing for this. Now, my favorite function in here is probably going to be the fog and the dry ice. The dry ice stays down a lot longer. The fog still fogs it up. And when I'm using the fog, I like to use this one for the fog. But when you're talking about the free or the steam, this is just good. You just pop that on like that. All right, so they have 4 buttons here on the top. You have the power button on the left-hand side on your right, my left. My right, your left. Then down here it has an arrow going up and going down. That's how you cycle through everything here, right? So you got your free, and then you can cycle one more time, and then this is going to be in the center is going to be your timer, where you can hit the plus button and you can add the timer that you want, right? So we're gonna do that, but then we're gonna hit this button again, and then you can tell how much strength you want in this actual smoke machine. So you can go hit the plus button, just say we want to do halfway, and then we'll hit it again to go to the other side as far as the fan. And the fan is how fast it pushes it out, if it pushes it out slow. So I'm gonna leave that on low. So if you want it to come out really fast, you would just bump that up. Then all you got to do is, this is going to be the button, and then just hit it one time. And I got it on a 15-second timer. So let's go. You ready? And it actually counts down. This is my favorite feature. It counts down so you know when it's going to stop. Ain't that cool? And so then if you wanted to go, you could just cycle through it again. You could just hit this button and cycle through. And then you got free, you got steam, and they already got some presets, but I've already changed them. You have fog, and then you have dry ice, and then free again. So those are the settings that you have. So I'm gonna show you fog real quick. And if you don't wanna use the timer, you don't have to. You just hold and press this button down. So I'm just gonna do the fog. So that's the fog. And then now I'm gonna cycle through to the dry ice. And it makes a difference. Like, this doesn't like really sit here, but once you put the different attachment on there, and this thing gets hot. So this gets hot. This gets the most hot that I've seen before than my other stuff. But if I was to show you, this is going to be the dry ice, right? Pretty cool. I kind of like that. I don't want to mess my do-rag up. Basically, these smoke machines are for creative use. You can use them in photography, which I've showed you in this video. You can use it to enhance a scene, whether you're doing interviews, you want to add depth, or you want to, create a movie scene and you want to have that haze, put you one of those big lights outside and then just fog up everything instead of using the aerosol cans. So this makes it great. So, and I also want to thank Telsin for sponsoring this video. Now you may ask me, Keydrin, well, you haven't gone over how do you charge this thing? Does it take batteries? This one, you don't have a battery compartment. It doesn't, you just got a USB-C port, so it's already built in. So you just charge it up, and once you're charging it up, as you can see on the screen, it'll have a light, indicator light here that shows you when it's charged, and then that is it. And this is magnetic, so it just goes back on. So if you didn't want to have the remote off and you just wanted to use it just like this, you could just use it just like that as well. So this is the Telsin Smoke Machine. It comes in this box right here, and then you get a nice case here that says Telsin. Here is blue. I love their branding and their colors. It looks really nice, and this case is pretty hard. Like my PMI comes in a case like this. This case, and it just pops off, and you just unscrew it here. Like so, and it fits in there pretty snug. And then I would just put it in there like so, and then just cap it off, and then just put it back in the case, and then screw this back on. And this is how it looks when it comes into the bag right here. So if you like this video, definitely hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button, so you don't miss a notification from me. And until next time, thank you Telsin for sponsoring this video, and I'm gonna see you in my next one. I'm trying to get those waves, baby. Peace.